This is the kind of truck that forces a serious reality check. The new 2026 BYD Shark 6 shows up with brutal torque, legit towing muscle, and next-gen tech for around 50 grand, and suddenly six-figure trucks don't look bold anymore. Look awkward. When a pickup at this price can do real work, haul real weight, and still feel futuristic, it makes some famous names out there feel wildly overpriced. Yeah, that includes trucks costing double. Welcome back to the Car Review Hub, where we break cars down honestly, without the hype tax. Today, we're diving deep into the BYD Shark 6, a pickup that might quietly flip the entire truck market upside down. Let's kick things off at the back, because the rear of the Shark 6 tells you exactly what this truck is about. The first thing you notice is the full-width LED light bar stretching cleanly across the tailgate. At night, it looks sharp and modern, but it's not just for show. The tailgate itself is wide, solid, and clearly built for work. Integrated step points make climbing into the bed easier, especially when your hands are full, and the tie-down points feel genuinely heavy-duty, not decorative. The rear bumper is thick and functional, designed to handle trailers, gear, and daily abuse without feeling flimsy. This isn't a pickup pretending to be tough. It's built to be used. Would you trust your current truck's tailgate with your real-world workload? Moving along to the left side, the Shark 6 really starts. To show its stance, the body sits tall with confident ground clearance, giving it a planted, ready-for-anything look. The proportions feel muscular without being cartoonish. Clean body lines run the length of the truck, keeping it modern instead of boxy and flared. Wheel arches wrap around large alloy wheels that look especially aggressive on higher trims. Those wheels are paired with proper all-terrain tires, not street rubber pretending to be off-road capable. Subtle aerodynamic touches like flush style, door handles, and streamlined mirrors help with efficiency, which matters more than ever in a hybrid truck. Standing next to it, you get the sense this thing means business. But it's also thinking ahead. Now slide over to the right side, and you'll notice how balanced the design really is. Some pickups look good from one angle and awkward from another. But the Shark 6 stays consistent. The long wheelbase gives it stability on the road and confidence when towing, while the high beltline adds to that armored, almost futuristic vibe. There's no unnecessary chrome overload here, just clean surfaces and purposeful design. Compared to traditional mid-size pickups like the Toyota Hilux or Ford Ranger, the Shark 6 feels more high-tech and premium, while still keeping that tough truck DNA intact. Do you prefer classic rugged styling, or is this modern truck design more your vibe? Before we head inside, let's talk briefly about the front, because it ties the whole look together. Up front, the Shark 6 wears a bold, wide face, with a partially closed grille designed for efficiency. Sharp LED headlights stretch across the front like a digital visor, giving it a high-tech, almost sci-fi presence. The hood is sculpted with strong lines that hint at serious power underneath, and the chunky front bumper looks ready to take on trails, work sites, and rough roads without complaint. Compared to something like the Tesla Cybertruck, the Shark 6 looks less experimental and more usable. Futuristic, yes, but grounded in reality. Now, let's step inside, because this is where the new 2026 BYD Shark 6 really separates itself from old-school pickups. The cabin doesn't feel like an afterthought or a plastic box anymore. Front and center is a massive touchscreen that controls almost everything: navigation, climate, media, driving modes, towing settings, and hybrid system info. The interface is smooth, quick, and easy to understand, even if you're not a tech nerd. In front of the driver, a fully digital instrument cluster shows speed, range, power, flow, and real-time driving data, making you feel connected to what the truck is doing at all times. Material quality is a pleasant surprise. Soft touch, surfaces, clean stitching, and solid trim pieces give the cabin a premium feel that rivals trucks costing way more. The seats are wide and supportive, clearly designed for long days behind the wheel. On higher trims you get heated and ventilated seats, power adjustment, and memory functions, features that used to be reserved for luxury pickups only. The rear seats offered generous legroom, making this a truck you could actually use as a family vehicle without complaints from passengers. How many pickups can honestly say that? Technology is one of the Shark 6's strongest cards. You're looking at wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, wireless phone charging, multiple USB-C ports, PREMIUM audio, ambient interior lighting, and smart voice controls. A 360-degree camera system makes parking and trailer hookups far less stressful, especially if you're new to towing. Over-the-air updates mean the system can improve over time, adding features or refining performance without a dealership visit. This is the kind of tech setup some six-figure trucks are still trying to figure out. Safety is equally impressive. The Shark 6 comes loaded with adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring with trailer coverage, automatic emergency braking, rear cross traffic alert, and intelligent parking assistance. These systems work quietly in the background, making daily driving easier and safer without constantly nagging you. It feels like BYD actually thought about how people use their trucks every day. Now let's get into the heart of the matter. Engine and performance. Under the hood, the 2026 BYD Shark 6 runs BYD's advanced hybrid setup. Pairing a turbocharged engine with powerful electric motors, the result is instant torque the moment you touch the accelerator. Unlike traditional diesel trucks that need to spool up, this thing just goes. Loaded or unloaded, it feels strong and responsive, especially in city driving and when pulling away with weight attached. Towing is where this truck really flexes. With a capacity of around 3,500 kilograms, the Shark 6 matches or beats many traditional mid-size and even some full-size pickups. Boats, trailers, work equipment, it handles them confidently without feeling strained. And because it's a hybrid, fuel consumption stays impressively low compared to diesel or gasoline rivals. Fewer fuel stops, lower running costs, and less stress on long trips. Isn't that what truck ownership should be about? Range anxiety? Not really an issue here. The hybrid system allows long-distance driving without relying on charging infrastructure. In city conditions, the truck can run partially on electric power, cutting fuel use and noise. On highways, the engine and motors work together for efficiency and range. It's a smart balance between electric responsiveness and traditional long-haul capability. Something pure electric trucks still struggle with when towing heavy loads off-road. Performance is another strong point. Multiple terrain modes, advanced traction control, and smart torque distribution help the Shark 6 tackle mud, sand, gravel, and steep climbs with confidence. The low center of gravity from the battery placement improves stability on rough terrain, while the suspension is tuned to handle bumps and heavy loads without beating you up. Whether you're heading to a job site or escaping the city for the weekend, this truck feels ready. Now let's talk price, because this is where the conversation gets uncomfortable for some brands. The new 2026 BYD Shark 6 lands around the $50,000 mark, depending on trim and market. That's thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, less than many electric and hybrid competitors. When you compare it to trucks pushing $90,000 or even $100,000, the value gap is impossible to ignore. Real towing, real range, real comfort, and real tech, all at nearly half the price. So what exactly are you paying for with those ultra-expensive pickups? Final verdict time. The 2026 BYD Shark 6 isn't just a cheaper alternative, it's a smarter one. It's built for people who actually use their trucks to work, travel, tow, and live life, not just park them for attention. It proves you don't need six figures to get a high-tech, high-performance pickup, and it exposes just how inflated some prices in the truck world have become. Would you seriously pick a badge over this level of value? Now I want to hear from you. Would you choose the BYD Shark 6 over a much more expensive electric truck? You think hybrids like this are the real future of pickups? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe, and follow the Car Review Hub so you never miss our latest reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.